What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, this is one that I should have recorded a long time ago. I have talked about this many times, but I have never done a designated video to this topic. And today we're going to be talking about factor stacking. And I can't even take ownership for this term. I think this originally came from Kaylee Elaine, not necessarily the theory of it, but the term factor stacking, and it has just stuck with me. I used to call it like multiple factors, but I didn't use factor stacking. And as soon as she came out with that, I was like, yeah, that is exactly what it is. So these are just ideas to help you when you're outsourcing to make better choices and hopefully get some sales rolling, because I think right now we're all experiencing slow sales. So I'm going to say this: my sales are slower than they typically are in January. I think there's multiple things going on, and this would be one of the strategies I would say that I have to get sales rolling, to get more items, to get better quality pieces, and hopefully get some more money flowing through your business. In this video, there's two parts. We're going to go over like basic rules when you're outsourcing. These are things that I think apply all the time. Then we're going to go over my factor stacking categories. And these are kind of like the secret sauce, like the hot sauce in my reselling of which items I pick up, why I think they're valued more, why I think they'll sell better. I feel like I base a lot of my decisions around these factors. So first off, let's just go over some basic things. And these are things that you should be applying all the time in your business. I like to call them almost like rules of thumb. They're just things that should always be in the back of your mind anytime you're outsourcing looking for inventory. So the first thing that I always look at is condition. Personally, I only pick up excellent condition. I don't pick up good or like marginal. Like if there's visible stains, if I don't think I can get it out, actually, like a lot of times if I have stains, I don't even pick it up. But sometimes I do get things home. I notice there's a pit stain when I'm steaming it, so I'll toss it in the wash. But I try and get things that need minimal amount of work. Unless it's like a really high value item, I try and pick up things that are only in excellent condition. And I think you can get a better dollar for your items. Like if you're selling in excellent condition, we'll say $50 item, and someone else is selling like an okay condition, maybe there's a little bit of shrinkage, maybe there's some pilling, maybe there's a small stain. Which item do you think is going to demand more money? Probably the one that is in excellent condition. So when you're out, make sure that you're looking the items over in your cart before you go to the till. And I know sometimes we all get excited. I've done it myself. Really try to look each item over prior to going to the till so that I'm not in a rush when I'm at the till. Next one is trendiness. Is this item on trend? Is it in demand? Are people looking for it? If it's really outdated, I'm probably not going to take a chance on it, especially right now when sales are slow. So for me, trendiness does play a role, and it doesn't have to be like modern trendy. It could be vintage trendy. It could be like an aesthetic trendy. There's like lots of different things. So it doesn't have to be Aritzia trendy, but it has to fall into some sort of a trend for me. The next one is seasonality. And is it something that's currently in season, or am I picking this up for next season? So right now I'm already starting to look for spring and summer stuff. I'm looking at the shorts and the tank tops, also looking for like material contents for summer, dresses, skirts, all that stuff. I'm trying to shop ahead of the season. I do feel like a lot of people that are out thrifting right now are thrifting for the current season, so hopefully I can just beat them on that. Next one is market demand. Is there a market demand for this item? Are there people shopping for this? Are there people looking for this? And a really good way that I like to tell if there's market demand is go onto eBay, search it up. Are there any recent solds on this item in the last 90 days? If there's some listed and none are selling in 90 days, or only 2 have sold in 90 days, it probably has a low market demand, which would probably make me leave it, because all you're doing is picking up inventory, paying for it, prepping it, photographing it to just be storing it. And you're not a storage facility. Neither am I. We're not hoarders. We're trying to move inventory. So I probably wouldn't take chances on items like that. Another rule of thumb is, what is the cost of goods? So what are you paying for it? What are you potentially selling it for? And I don't want to say like, what are you listing it for, but what is your bottom dollar that you would accept on that item? What are your platform fees? And then what is your profit? Do you know what kind of profit you're looking for on each item? How many items do you have to sell with that profit to make the amount of money that you need in a week or every 2 weeks or a month or whatever, right? Like these are things that I think about when I'm going out. So for me personally, I'm looking for at minimum $20 profit. There are some exceptions to that. If I'm getting an item really cheap or I think it's going to sell really quickly, I may drop below, but typically I'm looking for that $20 to $25 profit on each item after Poshmark fees, after cost of goods, after shipping discounts, like all that jazz. I want to be making $20 off that item. The next one is the brand itself. Is this a good brand? Is it a brand that's reputable? Is it one that people are looking for and shopping for? Is this like a no-name brand that doesn't really sell often, that no one knows about, that people aren't going to be searching for? That's just like a basic one I'm looking for. So these would be my rules of thumb. These are things that I am thinking about all the time when I'm sourcing. So let's go into factor stacking. What is it? What are the factors I'm looking for? And how do I make them work for me? Now, before I get into the factor stacking, I want to shout out our sponsor for today's video, and it is Posh Sidekick. As you guys know, I have been partnered with Posh Sidekick for almost a year now. I absolutely love them. I always get to have input in app development and new things that are coming out, which is always in the benefit of us as resellers. So people always ask, how do I do everything? How do I work part-time in the hospital, run a reselling business, do YouTube, do my mediumship, run a podcast, social media, and take weekends off? Yes, I always take weekends off. They are non-negotiable. I'll tell you this, Posh Sidekick automation is one of those tools that has really made it possible. So for me, all I have to do is list the items and walk away. They will share my closet. They will do silent shows. They will send offers to likers. They have all these filters and parameters. You can set so many specific information for the offers as well. And it runs on an app. Like, it's so easy to check on and look at and see what's going on in your closet from anywhere. Now, I've also talked a little bit about this, and I have to do a designated video to it, but it's their new software called cross-listing. They've done a total revamp on the software. It is available in app format and software on your laptop if that's what you choose to do. I personally do it on the app, and this is how I'm getting all my items from my Posh Canada closet to my US closet and to eBay. It is so easy to use. I love it. Now, here's the coolest thing. I have to tell you guys are the first to hear about it. They're coming out with a new feature called Smart Fill, and I have been able to test this out myself. It's so crazy. It's mind-blowing. My VA is about to lose her job. All you have to do to create a listing is create listing, upload the photos, and select the platforms that you want to list these to, and their software does everything for you. Title generation, description, all the categories, everything. Set your price, review it, and hit publish. Like, mind-blowing. I just can't even imagine how much more efficiency I'm going to be able to build into my business with this. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. If you are not already signed up for cross-listing and want to try it out, I have a link down below that you can click on. I am an affiliate, so I am a paid partner with them, but I only share tools and features and things with you guys that I'm using and that I love. You guys know that. I don't work with companies that I don't support or that don't support me or that I don't stand behind. So this is something I stand behind, and I think this is going to be such a game changer. They are just paving the way in automation for resellers. Thank you so much to Cross-Listing for supporting my channel, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this new feature, which is coming out this week. Oh my gosh, so excited. Okay, let's get back to the video. Factor stacking. I think that this plays a really big role in what I pick up when it's not my bread and butter. So my three bread and butter brands would be Aritzia and their sub brands, Lululemon and Free People. I have the best luck with those. I don't know why. It could be just specific to my closet and my business. I have the best luck with those brands. And within those brands, I will do some factor stacking, but for every other brand that I pick up or every other item I pick up, I am applying these factors to it. My factors I would say that I prioritize are these ones. First one is color. Now, I know there are people that will pick up every color. I am pretty specific, so I am more partial, and this is just to me personally, but I would recommend that you check comps on these items and you look up specific colors. I generally have an idea what my shoppers are looking for. I call them like my avatars, my ideal customers, and I just know what they're looking for and what sells frequently in my closet. So for me, I'm looking for certain colors. I like neutral tones, like it's my jam. I freaking love neutral tones. I also pick up a lot of jewel colors, and those would be like rich tones. And I'm just looking at it. Denim. I don't pick up too many patterns, and I don't pick up too many bright colors. Not saying that those don't sell. They're just not factors that I'm looking for. So you'll probably know what colors sell best for you and which ones that you are looking for. The next one I'm looking at is material content. And I have certain material contents that I prioritize above others, but if it's in cashmere, wool, alpaca, linen, or silk, sometimes even like tencel or modal, I will be picking it up. Like that is an important factor to me. If it's linen, I'm grabbing it automatically. If it's cashmere, I'm grabbing it automatically. If it's 100% wool and it's not shrunken, I am probably grabbing it automatically. Like that's a pretty big factor to me. The next would be trendiness. Does this fall into the trends and the aesthetics that I source and sell in my closet, that I'm looking for, that I think my ideal customer is looking for? That's also an important one. And then the last one would be size. This isn't as important to me because I do sell a lot of smaller sizes in my closet, but if it's in a size larger up, I'm definitely grabbing it. I love finding plus size. I love finding large and extra large as well. They tend to sell pretty quickly. I will say it's an important factor, but it's not the be all end all for me. The color, material content, and trendiness, those are definitely my top priorities when I'm outsourcing. How do I use these factors? If I find an item that maybe isn't branded, but is in a really nice neutral tone and feels like it's a wool material or it's a linen, I'm probably gonna look it up, right? If I find something that I think is really on trend, maybe it's that mob wife, right? Okay, so it's mob wife. Does it have any other factors? Ooh, it's a leather jacket, it's in black, and it's in a size large. Yes, yes, yes. Those are all multiple factors that I would be putting together. Now, typically with my bread and butter brands, I don't need other factors. I just grab them if I think it's going to sell. But for anything else that's not part of those three brands, I'm looking at these factors. And ideally, I'm probably wanting at least 2, ideally 3 factors. I will accept, color and trendiness or color, material content. Color is a big one for me, probably one of the most important. But like I said, size is something that I could give up easily. If you have any questions about this, please drop down below in the comments. I would love to help you out with this. I think that this is just a really good tool that we should all have, and just some really good knowledge when we're outsourcing to help us make better choices. Now, one thing that I also recommend is that you look up solds, like comp search, looking up solds. I would recommend that you use eBay. Poshmark is not the best place to look up comps. That's just how they share their data. And when you are searching these things up on eBay to look up solds, please make sure you're adding these factors in, like black, leather, jacket, extra large. How many are available? What does the solds? I'm giving a very generic example, but brand, color, material content, size, put all those pieces of information in when you're searching it up, just to get the most accurate window of data. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, the more attributes you have, I think the more valuable the item is, and the more likely that it's going to sell quicker, which is, I think, what we're all looking for, right? We're looking for higher value, quicker sales. And I would say this is going to be one of your best tools right now when you're outsourcing with slower sales. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope this helps you out on your reselling business. I hope it gives you some food for thought when you're outsourcing. If you enjoy this video and this type of video, this type of content, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and let me know. Also, drop in the comments, say hi, let me know your thoughts. Do you do this? What type of factors are you looking for when you're outsourcing? And I just think it's such a great place for us to share our knowledge down in the comments. And what works for me may not work for you, but maybe someone else has some better information that's applicable to your situation and your sourcing strategies. So there's so much knowledge shared between you guys, and I love reading all your comments. So I just gotta throw that out there. Oh, also, look at the sweater I scored. I finally found a vintage Club Monaco sweater, and this is like a vintage one. And it's in my color, my favorite color, and it's in my size. I found it last weekend, and I think I paid like $6 for it. I'm so excited. So be prepared to see this sweater a lot in videos. It's my new favorite sweater. Okay, I'm out of here. I am wishing you guys so many sales, lots of sales. We need it. Oh my gosh, we need so many sales right now. And I will see you next time. Bye.